want y'all to know that every last one of y'all, and this is before I even do quick hits or anything like that, every last one of y'all are special. Every last one of you guys are special. You may not know it. You may be so focused on what everybody else is doing that you have not been able to mine out your superpower. But you are special. Ladies, yes, you do have a special thing about you. Fellas, it's something unique about you that is so much different than everybody else around you. And you've spent so much time focused on what everybody else has been doing and trying to be a me too that you have not been able to mine out your superpower. Now, I know that my superpower, Rita will actually argue differently, but my superpower is, and it's a very basic superpower, it's my work ethic. What makes me unique and what makes me special, when everything in my life is going absolutely positively wrong, when I can't figure out what my right is from my left, when this person is over here complaining and this thing over here is not working right, and in corporate America it seems like everything is messing up because you got hackers over there and stuff, you know what I retreat to? I retreat to my work. And that's why I work so much, is because what I've learned over the years is my success, and what makes me unique is the fact that I have a work ethic unlike anybody else. For some reason, God has put it into me, and he's given me a superpower, which I've explored and mined out, and I've had these conversations extensively, is that he's given me the ability to endure longer than everybody else. Now, some of you are going to think that your superpower is something unique. You're going to think that it's something out of this world. Oh, man, I'm not a savant when it comes to math. Oh, man, I can't jump as high as everybody else. You wasn't born as tall as everybody else. You know what I'm saying? You don't have the genetics or whatever. You know, you can't grow hair on your face, or you may be feeling like you're a lot more introverted and you can't see things as clearly as everybody else. You spent so much time focusing on what everybody else is awesome at or what's popular amongst people that you have not found your superpower. When I've studied some of the most successful people in the world that is alive today, they are not special. They are not special when it comes to the things that society would deem is unique about them. One of my favorite people to study, and I've studied him extensively, is Dan Gilbert. Nope, it's not LeBron James. It's not Magic Johnson. It's not Chris Brown. It's not Gunna and Future and Drake and all of these people. Those are not the people that I study. Those are not the autobiographies that I read. I've studied Dan Gilbert. Dan Gilbert can't be any taller than 5'1", 5'2". But what I've learned about Dan Gilbert is not his ability to be the smartest in a room. It's not the fact that he was the tallest or anything like that. Dan Gilbert looks for a certain level of things or certain things as far as shaping the culture of the companies that he built that allow for him to continue to be incredibly successful. He has vision. He has vision that he executes on. It's not that he's smarter than everybody. If you understand Dan Gilbert, somebody said LeBron made Dan Gilbert. Dan Gilbert was a billionaire before he bought the Cavs. Let me not focus on the Dusties, because again, this is the stuff that gets us distracted. And this is when y'all start to focus on things that's not unique. Dan Gilbert has vision. He visualized and executed on the process that it took to create Quicken Loans, Rocket Mortgage, wind up buying the Cleveland Cavaliers. He wound up moving his entire company, because he was born and raised in Michigan, back into the city, which then set the precedent for what downtown Detroit wound up becoming. And then he wound up creating Bedrock, which is one of the biggest real estate firms in the United States of America. Everybody that is awesome, everybody that is focused, everybody that can really dial in to understand who they are and what makes them unique, that's the thing that's going to be your success. Do you know that there's people that are successful not necessarily because they have any unique talent, but it's their ability to be able to listen? Do you know that there's people that are successful at marriage that then translated into them being able to give other people coaching and game on how to be successfully married all day long? Do you know that there's people that know how to speak, orate, people that know how to debate, people that know how to dissect different things that then make them unique? Jordan Peterson became famous because he stood up against tyranny over in Canada. And then people started to recognize his intelligence, which then translated into him doing a worldwide tour right now. Every single one of us have something unique about us, but we so focused on what everybody else is doing and what's popular in society, and it's not going to translate for you because that's not for you. That's not your calling. That's not you. Have you ever sat down and spoke with the people around you? I ain't even telling you to get super spiritual and talk to God or anything like that. Have you ever sat down and spoke with the people that love you the most and the people that surround you and say, hey, honestly, don't tell me what I want to hear. Tell me the truth. What makes me any different than anybody else? And what do you see in me that makes me unique? Ask them. Do the exercise. Ask them. What makes me any more unique and what makes me special to you? And tell them to be honest about it so that you can actually understand and start to mine out what makes you awesome. I'm able to identify talent and surround myself with the right people that ultimately yield more success, and then it yields more loyalty to me. When I seen Q, right, and this is just one example, because she's in the chat, and so she understands this and she can actually substantiate this, right? When I seen Q, I didn't see Q in the same way that everybody else seen her. Because very few people are able to see past the surface of her, and they can't understand what makes her unique and what makes her special as far as her intelligence, her ability to be able to put things together, her loyalty, the dedication that she has to success. You know what I'm saying? People can't see that. And so when they see her, they see one thing. And when I seen her, I was like, that's just a surface. Who she really is, because I was paying attention to her on the panels back when we was on the other panels. And I was like, honest to God, I was like, yo, she different than everybody else. She's genuinely different. And so when other people are looking for one thing, I'm seeing the talent, I'm seeing the growth, I'm seeing the opportunity, I'm seeing, wait a minute, she don't even know what she got yet because she's only been nurtured to this extent, and it's very difficult for people to be able to get past that one thing, which maybe God gave her to me for a reason, so we need to make sure that we nurture this other thing, and so we can get her to this next level. You see what I'm saying? When I seen Quentin, when people see Quentin on the panel sometimes, they don't know the real him. They don't know the him behind the scenes. But I was paying attention to some of the other things that he was doing and he was saying, and it kept becoming visible to me. And I was just talking like, why is this guy so loyal to me? And why is he doing this? And why does he do that? And the guy was like, yo, that's your guy. That's your guy right there. And so when everybody is looking at him because he got thick skin and they say, oh man, he is simp. No, Quentin is authentically him, and he's not trying to be nobody else, which allows for him to really find out who he needs to be and surround himself with the right people that can add value into his life, because I see the awesomeness. See, y'all don't understand that Quentin is practically a genius when it comes to his ability to be able to decipher between things. He knows how to break bikes down. Quentin is an expert in so many different unique things that y'all have never bothered to ask him about, because the only thing that you see is what it is that he presents on a panel. And so people can't mine through all of the technical details and the loyalty and the dedication that he has to things that make him awesome, because you don't know him. And often at times, we like to narrow people down to what they talk about or who we see them as on the outside or the presentation layer. But the reality is that every last one of you are unique. You are absolutely awesome. And that's why I'm very appreciative. When I see people in the chat, I love Eric Daniels. I love Yakar. I love Azriel. Azriel has been rocking with me for a long time. And I know it's too many of y'all to name, but I'm just telling you, there's people that God have surrounded me with and that I've been able to be a part of y'all life, and we add value. Mary Eliza, Rico Jank. Yo, I love y'all because when I come up to y'all and I kick it with y'all, Fa Brown, you know that when I show up at these meetups sometimes, it's people that's so loyal to me that they be questioning other people that be trying to come up to me that don't even be around me or are not supposed to be there. If I be like, hey, hold on. What y'all got going on over there? It's people that's genuinely J Ben. That's my guy. If you know J Ben, then you also know his wife, one of the sweetest women that I've ever met in my entire life, Brittany B. It's some genuinely Rhonda. What up, Rhonda? Next Level. I talked to Next Level on the phone. And Next Level was like, yo, Ton, I said, bro, just based off of this conversation that you and me having right now, you don't need to go back to where you came from. You don't need to go back to the place that you left because you're doing too good. And so what you need is a real friend to tell you the truth, not the friend that you think is in your corner that just wants you to crash out. See, I talk to these people in real life. I kick it with people in real life. Spaces, Ari, XO, Wealth Building Journey, all of these people, y'all are a unique people. I just want y'all to understand this. Honestly, stop. Don't think that you belong when you don't. Don't think that you belong when you don't. You don't belong with everybody else. That's the thing that I really want y'all to understand right now. You not like everybody else. Have y'all ever wondered why y'all get hate sometimes or in real life? Why it don't seem like you all fit in? Because you don't. You don't fit in. We not like everybody else. And I'm cool with that. Because some people going to call us weird, but I think that we special. I don't want to be like everybody else. I don't want to fit in with everybody else. I'm made to stand out. Every last one of y'all are made to stand out. And so what I need from y'all is I want y'all to genuinely do some deep diving and some soul searching to know who you are, where you stand in this lifetime, what your purpose is, because we need you. I need you. I need you in my life. Every last one of y'all that are watching this right now, I need you. It ain't but a few of us. I know it seemed like it's a lot of us because of the amount of subscribers that we have, but in reality, in the grand scheme of things, we are in a wicked world. We are in a space where people don't agree with us because they want to be in a status quo. They dedicated to going to the parties. They want so bad to be liked that they willing to sell their soul and do anything for $1. And so when I say, no, we got to get it the right way. God don't allow for you to skip steps. And in order for you to be successful based off of this path that we going right here, we got to do it the long way. We got to do it the hard way. It ain't going to be easy for us. We got to seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and then everything else is going to be added unto us. We can't do it the same way that everybody else do it. We can't do the hack. We can't take the PPP loan. Listen, we special, which means that the minute that we do some scamming, we going to jail. Because God like, oh, no. Let me catch you right now. And let me put these bracelets and these metal handcuffs on you so we can teach you the lesson now so you don't crash out later. So you're not a representation of me and making me look bad. That's what's wrong with the church. It's too many people that's representing and claiming righteousness, but they not really of that ilk. They using it to make money. They not using it to glorify God. And so what I'm trying to tell you is that you are needed. Stop thinking that you just a regular person. You not. Grow up. Do the right thing. Take care of your business. Get your life together. How are we going to be able to leverage your talent in order to continue to advance what it is that we're doing and reaching other people and trying to save souls and trying to get people to the next level and save communities and saving marriages and getting people up to the next level if you're not going to do your part? I can't do it all by myself. It's only 24 hours in a day. I can only talk to so many people. I can only add so much value. I need you to do your part. Whatever it is that you supposed to do your part. You ain't that tough. I don't care what neighborhood you from. I don't care how real you thought you were. I don't care if you thought that you was a player and a playboy. God ain't made you to be that way. He taught you so you can go back and tell somebody else not to do it. We need squares. I want squares. I want people that's dedicated to righteousness. I want people that want to do it the right way. I want people that want to get rich. I want people with great relationships. I need people around me that got the right mentality, that actually want to level up. Now, we may leverage the marketing opportunities in order to get more visibility, but let's be clear. It's a way in which we go about doing things, and we not trying to be like everybody else. We separate. You know what being sanctified means? I remember when I was teased when I was growing up because I was so steadfast in the fact that I love God, that when you was called a square because you gave your life over to God. When you said that you were saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost, they didn't understand what the words meant. But what we was taught before we ever got down and asked God for forgiveness or got baptized or ever did anything, you know what they did to us? They made us understand what we was doing before we did it. And so it taught us that we were set aside. We were special. We were supposed to be without spot, wrinkle, or blemish. We wasn't supposed to go to jail like everybody else. We wasn't supposed to be in the streets with diseases like everybody else. We wasn't supposed to be out here suffering like everybody else. We wasn't supposed to be suckers. We were supposed to be better than everybody else. And that's why we were set aside. That's why we had to be special. That's why we got teased. That's why we got ridiculed. That's why they called us squares. That's why they called us nerds, because we was not supposed to be like everybody else. We went through it early so that we knew what we was getting ourselves into when we grew up. We wasn't supposed to be suckers. We were supposed to be great. We supposed to be kings. And kings don't get to do what the peasants can do. They got to go through their training. They got to be set aside. They got to be protected. They got to be upheld because they got a whole kingdom that they need to rule and a whole group of people that they got to save. You can't do what everybody else do. That's not for you. Grow up and step into your purpose. Step into what it is that you're supposed to be doing on a daily basis. Stop trying to be like all of these suckers out here in the street. They dusty, they broken, they hurt, they don't like you. These women think that they want to go and be with other women. They stepping outside of what it is that they ordained to do in the first place. They not going to be the ones that inherit the kingdom. They don't get the riches. They don't get the girl. They don't get the success. They suffering silently by themselves. You don't want it. I promise you, it's sweeter on this side. It's peaceful on this side. It's blessed on this side. If nobody told you that this is what you're supposed to be doing, I'm telling you right now, get out of your feelings. Stop feeling a certain type of way. Stop being dusty. Stop aligning yourself with people that's not going in the direction that you're going in. Grow up, add some value to the group, and become what you're supposed to be. And we going to push you and we going to hold you accountable because there's no man left behind over here. We running it up. We gonna be successful. We get the girl. We get the marriage. We get the relationships. We get the network. We get God, and we get heaven on top of it. We live our life. We get heaven on earth, and we get it afterwards. We get everything. We get our cake. We get our cake. We eat it too. If the only thing that you got to do is reject the negativity, what you waiting on? Come on, man. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Let's take care of business. We gonna get it or we gonna get it? Come on, man. This ain't for you. That ain't for you.